Hi Global Vikings, thank you for a very agreeable afternoon on leading diversity and multinational cultures in Copenhagen. I understand that since then you've all successfully completed and pitched your projects, so congratulations on that. While your projects may have been just completed, the work on your global leadership goes on, and in many respects it has only just now started. So with this little video message to you, I would like to give some advice or suggestions as to how you may transfer the knowledge that you have obtained in this course into your everyday work life. My main point personally and takeaway from our afternoon together was that when do you work globally? And one of you said, I believe it was Andreas, he answered, whenever we work. So you are global leaders when you work due to the fact that you work across a lot of different diversities. Remember, we wrote on the board a number of different types of differences and diversities that you meet in your everyday life. It might be national cultural differences, it might be hierarchical differences, it might be differences between different departments, between genders, different levels of seniority, between headquarter and subsidiary, and so forth. Please note and take with you forward that all of these differences matter in global leadership. It's not only a question of geographies and of national cultural boundaries. I hope that this was also clear for you when we played the Boundary Spanner card game. You have now gained access to the slides that I used on that day, and you will by now probably have found out that when using this presentation in the full screen mode, you can actually flip the card. This enables you to use those cards with your colleagues, both those colleagues that you have come to learn in the leadership program, but also colleagues in your own department. So why not try the next time you have a challenge where you're supposed to create results and performance or solve conflicts across borders and boundaries? Why not play the game with those people involved? Remember how far we got in only 45 minutes using those cards as a starting point for a discussion. That leads me to my next piece of advice, echoing Magnus from Belus's presentation, who said, albeit from the viewpoint of hindsight, in a larger and more global organization, do not make this more complicated than need be. Talk about it before standards and templates mushrooms that nobody may need. Stop and think before you make it too difficult for yourself. This thinking or reflection pit stop might usually and usefully take place with your colleagues. My third suggestion would be that you consider how you will drive the network that you have gained in this leadership course forward. Do you realize how many global leaders in Danish companies that have no education or support for their global leadership at all? Well, you're lucky that you have started this journey. Continue this journey with each other, with the colleagues that you've met, and take other colleagues into this network. Perhaps even reach out to other global leaders, such as Magnus Brondale that we met in the course, and include them in your work with global leadership. So this advice is to use each other. As you saw in that day, you have a lot of knowledge about the boundaries and the diversity that really matter in Viking. Use that knowledge actively together in the next project, in the next pitch, in the next conflict, in the next goal that you're going to obtain. So first of all, remember that global work is everyday leadership. Try to use the boundary spanning leadership game with a colleague, new colleagues or colleagues that have already tried the game. And thirdly, use each other. So my inspiration for you in the last part of this video would be, when are you meeting your colleagues from the Global Leadership Program next time around? I suggest you get that meeting in the calendar as soon as possible. You just have time before the holidays. I wish you all the best in your global leadership endeavors, and feel free to email me at any time or LinkedIn me, or use the resources that are available to you through the Global Leadership Academy. I promised an English version and it's on its way. You will know more about this when it's ready, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. It was a pleasure seeing you. Have a nice summer.